What is going on, guys? I'm just going to go ahead and tell you the most broken, powerful combo in the book, and probably in the game of Warhammer 40k, and probably in existence of all editions of Warhammer 40k. So I would expect this to be nerfed in some way. We'll talk about possible nerfs that could come to it at the end. But let me just show you the best, absolute craziest thing you can do in this book. And we'll still be making videos in the future about more AdMech combos and things. So please subscribe if you like AdMech, and let's get into it. Skitarii Vanguard at 8 points a model. They have a 3-shot assault gun, which is range 18, strength 3, no AP, 1 damage, and each time they roll an unmodified roll, a hit roll of 6, it automatically wounds the target, excluding vehicles. So this combo kills basically everything in the game, except for maybe Mortarion, maybe not Magnus in 1 shot. It'll kill Mortarion in 2 turns, though, most likely. And it doesn't kill vehicles. But we are putting our Vanguard in Lucius. The Lucius Forge World is going to give, every time they're attacked with a 1 damage weapon, they get +1 save. So if you get shot back with a bolter or lasgun, whatever, you're 3-up armor save. So your 8-point troop has now the same armor as Space Marine. And also you add 3 inches to the range characteristic of their gun, bringing them up to 21 inches. Now here's where the breaking point starts to come in. Lucius Warlord trait, Luminescent Blessing. Pick a core unit within 9 until the start of your next command phase. Unmodified wound rolls of 1, 2, and 3 fail irrespective of any abilities for the model making the attack may have. So you have given your 8-point troops transhuman. They have a 3-up save against 1 damage weapons, and they can't be wounded. They're only toughness 3, but they can't be wounded on 1s, 2s, or 3s. So even strength 6 is still wounding them on a 4+. Pretty amazing. Now, this artifact lets you and the character holding it, the character holding it and a core unit nearby, pick up and deep strike again 9 inches away from the enemy. So this one blob of troops, if you want, you can basically put them anywhere on the battlefield 9 inches away. And, yep, they're going to annihilate things. So let's get into why further. You're going to give a Tech Priest Manipulus the Logi upgrade, Holy Order. He's going to pick a friendly core within 6, and they're going to ignore Armor Pen 1 and 2 and treat it as 0. So your same guy with the Solar Flare or the Warlord trait could also be the guy with the Logi ability. So now your 8-point troop is going to have basically a 4-up armor save, ignore AP 1 and 2, can't be wounded on anything better than a 4. Against damage 1, they have a 3-up armor save. Now, for like 5 points, we're going to give a Skitarii Marshal, or for 5 points, we're going to give that unit a data tether. And for a Warlord trait we're going to purchase for a Skitarii Marshal, it's going to give them eligible to shoot in a turn in which they fall back. So these guys are so unkillable. They're so hard to kill. People are going to have to dump so much firepower into them. And if they try to kill them in combat, charge them, say, and you survive, you could just leave combat and still shoot. Battlefield wide because you have a data tether. So another amazing stack of a combo there. Let's get into it a little further. Once I find it after Crusade here, sorry. They have Doctrina Imperatives. You could use this to give them Ballistic Skill 2 for a turn, or what you could also do is just give them +1 save, which would basically bring them up almost to a 2-up at almost all times, and ignoring AP 1 and 2 for that turn. Now, the Manipulus. The Manipulus is going to pick a unit and improve the damage or armor penetration by 1 and the range by 6. So now your gun is Assault 3, range 27 inches, AP 1, Strength 3, 1 damage, 6s to hit, auto wound. The Marshal, if he's nearby, gives him reroll 1s to wound. You're not going to need that, but he's going to be so powerful with your other units. The Skitarii Marshal. You're going to take him, maybe 2. There's all kinds of great ways to buff him up and buff your other units. And remember, this Death Ball you're making is just 165 points, 170 points with an Omnispecs. So you're not even investing that much. So you could have a multiple of these on the battlefield. Buff up one of them to the 9s, send it across the battlefield. Your opponent has to deal with it. If they don't, you're just going to continue to annihilate unit after unit. And that brings us to the most insane stratagem I've ever read in my life. Enriched rounds. 1 CP. Use a stratagem in your shooting phase. An Adeptus Mechanicus unit from your army selected to shoot. Till the end of the phase, each time a model in that unit makes an attack with a radium weapon, which is what the Vanguard have, against an enemy unit excluding vehicles, this is why it doesn't kill vehicles, an unmodified hit roll of 4 automatically wounds the target. So this 20-man unit shoots 60 shots at 27-inch range, AP 1, 1 damage, and any 4 to hit is going to automatically wound. You're going to bypass the fact that you only have strength 3 on 4s to hit. You potentially could be rerolling 1s to hit with a Marshal, with a Relic, or a Tech Priest, another kind of Tech Priest nearby. All kinds of other little buffs you can put on them. But basically, 60 shots and half of them are going to automatically wound. So just picture, for 1 CP, you're going to cause any non-vehicle in the game to basically take 30 armor saves at -1 AP. And there you have it. That's it. That's as broken as it gets. There's other ways you can play this without that build. You can make your guns more powerful if you go in a custom Forge World instead of Lucius. But if you want the ultimate super combo you're going to see, that's it. You can do this same sort of combo with the Rangers as well. They have a 2 CP rapid fire 2, so their 20-man unit would be 80 strength 4, 1 damage shots. They're not going to do the auto wound thing, but it's still very powerful and they're still very cheap, same price, 8 points a model. So I would expect that hopefully the nerf is just the enriched rounds goes probably to a 5+, not a 4+, because they naturally have it on a 6. So for 1 CP, make it a 5. Or potentially that should be 2 CP like the other one for the Rangers. Hopefully they don't nerf, too much stuff, because sometimes they might overcorrect. They could nerf the Forge World Lucius Warlord trait, where you don't get the transhuman, only can be wounded on a 4 better. Lots of different ways they could change this. But even without that full combo, for 1 CP, you could just deep strike in Lucius, a 20-man Ranger unit, Vanguard unit, and just put out 60 shots that have no AP and auto wound on a 4. So if your opponent only has a 3 or a 4 up save, they're still probably going to die. So there you have it. Let me know. There's no better combo in the book as far as decimating anything in the game. Go ahead and grab some dice, roll it out against Mortarion or whatever, see how many he fails. It's brutal. And yeah, there's more ways to stack it. There's a couple other strats and things you can use. That's it. Adeptus Mechanicus, amazing book, super strong. I wouldn't go too heavily into this particular strat. It's way too strong for the game. I expect it to be changed in some way. This is pre-FAQ, so hopefully the changes are soft, but because we want to have a good book still, but we don't want to be overpowering to where we're no fun to play against and we can't get any games. Unless, of course, you want to play it at tournaments, then go ahead. This is probably a good choice. Alright, there you have it. Let me know which units you want to see me talk about next, which combos you want me to look for. I have a few other ones that are really strong, but it should be coming up fairly soon on the FAQ, hopefully, for the book. So I'm kind of holding off a little bit, thinking maybe that FAQ will show up soon, and then we can go from there. So there you have it. Thank you so much. Like if you like AdMech or my videos. Subscribe if you like AdMech or my videos. I'll be talking about AOS 3. I'll be talking about Adeptus Mechanicus. I'll be doing some painting videos again in the future. All kinds of fun stuff. So I'll see you in the comments.